Doing a quick review of a good Stephen Hawkman comic. I like to balance it out. I had that really negative video, so here is a good one. This is Justice Society of Superheroes. This is issue 25. It's written by John Jeffries, and it's got a really good cover. They're doing a kiss. That is what kissing looks like. This is part 3 of a story called The Return of Stephen Hawkman. And what's happening here is him and Hawkman Girl, they are tied up and they have been thrown out of the sky and they are falling down. And it's going to be a quick review because this comic is very, very decompressed. We spent the first 6 or 7 pages with him falling out of the sky and beating up a bloke and nicking his set of wings so that he can save himself and Hawkman Girl. This advert though, some people have said that I get cats and dogs the wrong way around. Well, look at this advert. Cats and dogs. It says cats there, so they are obviously the cats. And it says dogs there, so these must be the dogs. Wendell, he likes this film. He thinks that it is a gas. This was the storyline, I think, that established that Stephen Hawkman and Hawkman Girl were reincarnated from Egyptians. So really, this is the one that started that whole reincarnated idea. Just the current series applied it to everything. This is really good though, this scene. We have got Mr. Terrificals, the Flask, the one with the funny hat, and Dr. Fates is there as well, but he is having a kip, and they are prisoners, they're prisoners of the body, and this scene is them debating about religion and souls, and it is really good because it isn't one-sided, it isn't propaganda. I'll read the whole thing out. Are you alright, Terrificals? Yes, I think the nth metal walls of this prison are what is allowing Sing to keep your aura out of sync. Keep fate silent, incapable of casting. That is not what I meant, Gordon. You have been distant this entire trip, only opening up when you are talking about scientific mumbo-jumbo. What is the deal? Nothing. It is, I have a hard time believing in all this. Other worlds? No, reincarnation. Everlasting love. Souls. I do not believe in souls. Then you have got to turn the page to read the rest. I have always excelled at everything I try to do. Athletics, academics. Nobody likes a show off. And I was a good husband, damn it. But when my wife, Mrs. Terrificals, was killed in a car accident, she was gone. I did not feel her soul around me. Did not feel anything. Gordon, a lot of the heroes today wonder why I look after them. Why I treat them like the children I never had. After the war, me and my wife found out she could not have children. So we pulled what strings we could and we adopted. 2 weeks after he came into our lives, pneumonia took him away. 2 weeks. It was just long enough for us to fall in love with him, for me to get used to the idea of being a father. I really did love it. We all have different beliefs, Gordon. But if this whole damn universe has any justice, you will see your wife again, and I will see my little boy. Let us find our way out of here. There is work to be done. If that was done now, they would all be atheists, and they would say that anyone that believes in God or a soul is like a drooling moron. This is the baddie here. He is called Omnibus Singh, and Stephen Hawkman and Hawking Girl, they beat up these guards here and they nick their costumes, and this is kinda a little nod to the 1990s. These are very similar to the costumes that Stephen Hawkman and Hawking Girl wore in the 1990s. That was when comics were rubbish, if you are not a fan of comics. And then we get back to the characters that are prisoners, and they escape, and Dr. Fates, he punches the guard. And we get back to Omnibus, the baddie, and then out of nowhere, Black Adam shows up. And he guns straight through the floaty island. And there's Sandman from the Metallica song. The Pratt, he is there as well. So you're getting a good mix, a good amount of scenes with characters other than the two who are on the cover. Double page advert here. These always take you out of the story. And Black Adam, he is fighting Omnibus and he's getting beat. And the Justice Society of Superheroes, they show up and they offer him a hand to like help him up. So Omnibus, he grows massive, like really big. Before he was really little. He was like the Jack Quimby Dinosaur Devil Omnibus. That one that only had like 8 issues. It was tiny. They couldn't even fit the Marvel Omnibus logo onto the spine. Well, he has gone from the tiny little omnibus to like a big one. Like this is like 4 by Simon Walters. That is like a really thick one. It's massive. Another advert there. So they are fighting Omnibus and they aren't doing that much. And here he just steps on Black Adam. And we get to see the Pratt here. John Jeffries seems to love this character. He always gets a good individual showing in the fight scenes. And then they realise the way to beat Omnibus is with a cheesy resolution. The secret weakness is love. So they do a kiss and he explodes. He is defeated. And all the exciting action is over now. And look at how happy Hawking Girl is. So they all go home. And here we have Stephen Hawkman. He is talking to the Flask and Green Lanterns, the original John Scott and Black Panther. The other Justice Society of Superheroes members from the olden days. These are like the originals. And we end with this, a really nice big double splash page of all the team together, new and old. So we have got Mr. Terrificals, Green Lanterns, John Scott, Mr. Midnights, Sandman from the Metallica song, Stephen Hawkman, Hawking Girl, The Flask, Dr. Fates, The Pratt, Stars Girl. It was really hot and I never mentioned it. And here is my girlfriend, my official girlfriend, Canary. I cannot wait for her to get home after this adventure so I can have a snog of her. And here is Black Panther. And that is the end. A nice big shot of the team there. This is a good comic. It's got all the stuff and it's got them kissing. So I rate it 7 thumbs up.